They owe the bank 100. The value is 50. The monthly payment is $750 a month, and this person has missed 36 payments. Now, Sil, I know probably some of your students or clients are saying, wow, 36 payments, that's a lot. I don't know if they do it this way in Canada, but is that a lot, Sil?
That's a lot.
Okay. I don't know, I heard you had something to say on that. But anyway, I have a friend of mine. They actually had missed 58 payments before the bank started the foreclosure. And there's a reason why the bank will not foreclose. Just like I told you about the property I have in Illinois. The reason the bank doesn't foreclose is because if they foreclose and no one shows up at the auction, the bank now owns that property as an REO. They're responsible for maintenance. If someone breaks in, steals the copper, steals the air conditioner, vandalizes the building, the bank now is responsible. Plus, the bank has to pay the taxes, the water, the garbage, the sewer, all of that. So it becomes a liability. So what banks are doing, and they've been doing in the past, is they don't foreclose. They just let the property sit, and it stays in the owner's name until they decide to make a move. In this example, 36 payments behind, 27 grand. The bank is going to sell the note for $20,000. Okay, this is a case study of a note, and I'm going to show an investor, if I don't have money, how they could fund this deal, and you can make some money in the process. So the 7 exit strategies, again, are foreclosure, refinance, sale, deed in lieu, short sale, cash for keys, and the loan modification. So let me tell you how you make money from these 7 different strategies based on these numbers. If I was to foreclose, I bought the note, and if the owner didn't pay me, and no one showed up at the auction, I foreclosed, I would be asking, let's say, $50,000. No one bid. I could take the property, I could turn around and sell it at that point. I get a trustee's deed from the auction, I can sell it for $50,000. I might have to sell a little bit lower, but let's use these round numbers. Sell it for $50,000, and then I paid what for it? I paid $20,000 for the note. So that would give me a profit of 30 grand. So far, we're in good shape. Now, as far as the refinance, this person can't refinance because their credit is probably shot. Banks are not lending, and they're not a good candidate. Now, in this market, because we're in a bad market, they won't be able to refinance. But if the market gets better, and all of a sudden this person has equity, then this changes this scenario here, okay? So a refinance is usually better in a good market. To sell the property is in a good market also. Now, the only way they can sell this, because they owe 100, it's only worth 50, is through a short sale. The conventional sale with a realtor can't be done because there's no value. Let's talk about a deed in lieu of foreclosure. Let's just say these guys are divorcing. They don't like each other. They don't like the house. They're going their own separate ways. Can't leave quick enough. I can ask them to just give me the deed. And I don't want to get into what that really means, but they just decide, hey, you know what? We don't want the house here, Terry. You can have it. So they give it to me. What do? I turn around and I can sell it for $50,000. I only paid $20,000. I can make $30,000 profit. Okay, I have to deduct my costs, of course. We all know that, but I'm trying to keep it simple math so that you guys can see numbers. Notice how, again, I talk numbers. I'm talking about the exit strategies. Short sale. Let's say, for example, the homeowner says, you know what, we don't want it. We're just going to sell it with the realtor through a short sale. I say, okay, fine. Why don't you just short sell it and get $40,000 out of it? It's worth 50, short sell it for 40. Let's get a buyer in real quick, close this, and boom, we all go our own happy way. So if they sell it for 40 and I bought it for 20, I double my money. I get a 200% return. I make 20 grand on this note. Let's talk about cash for keys. How about if I give the owner, I say, homeowner, look, I know you guys are splitting up, you're going your own separate way. How about if I just give you $5,000? That way you guys can move on. And they say yes. So I bought the note for 20. I give them both 5 grand to split. So that's 25 that I have, $25,000 of cost. And then I'm going to sell it for 50. So I make 25 grand. Now, I told you guys earlier, note buying is strategic. You notice how I have to position myself. I have to know these things because when I'm having a conversation with my servicing company, or even if I have a conversation with the homeowner, I got to give them choices. I got to give them options. So look at this, you guys. Look at those 6 exit strategies that I've talked about. Which one would you like if you were in my shoes and you had bought this note? Okay, let's just say you guys like the deed in lieu of foreclosure. I can't do a survey and kind of figure out who likes what, but let's just say we all agreed upon the deed in lieu of foreclosure. So what I would do once I bought this note, my first strategy would be homeowner. I'm willing to give you $5,000 if you sign your deed over to me. If they say yes, voila, jackpot. I can make $30,000. My favorite strategy is a loan modification. I like to take that homeowner's loan, keep them in the house because I like to have the cash flow and I like the high interest rate return that I have. So we're going to do what's called a loan modification now. Again, this owner had lost their job, but now they're back working. Okay, they don't have a lot of money. They need to live somewhere, but they like the house. The problem is, as you guys may know, they don't have $27,000. That's the biggest issue the bank has. The bank wants that whole $27,000 or a big portion of it. Me, I can take that $27,000, just put it on the back end, and just let them start by paying $750 a month if they can afford it. So let's take a look at that. If I talk to them and say, look, we'll put the $27,000 on the back end, will you start paying me $750 a month beginning June 1st? They say yes. Now there's a lot of things that go on here, you guys. It's like the Rubik's Cube. It turns, you see something different. It turns, you see something different. They can't refinance, they can't sell, they won't do a deed in lieu, they won't do the short sale, they won't do the cash for keys, they won't do loan modification. Then I have no choice but to foreclose. But I can go through each one of these steps and find something that fits for them. Again, I like cash flow. I want to keep them in the house. That way I don't have to do any work. They live in Canada. They're going to put a check in the mail to Terry Bontis in California. So I get $750 a month. Guess what? That return is 45%. I get a 45% return. It's going to take me 26 months to get my money back. After that, everything else is cash flow. It's gravy. It's icing on the cake. It's mailbox money. Again, I don't have to do any work. I just wait on the check each and every month. That's why I love being the bank. But I know you guys are going, Terry, now come on, man. Who's going to be able to pay $750 a month? I can go to homeowner and say, look, well, homeowner, can you pay $500 a month instead of $750? I've already worked these numbers out. I've already sent these numbers through my app. I've already sent these numbers through my spreadsheet. I've done all this thinking before I bought the note. Now, if I get $500 a month, guess what? That's 30% return. Again, a landlord gets 12. I'm totally happy with getting $500 a month because it's going to take me 40 months to get my money back. After that, again, it's all gravy, you guys. So look at all this that goes on with a note. And I'm not finished yet. I'm going to tell you guys about what's called a reperforming note. This is something that I think you guys will like. Let's say we bought the note for 20 grand. The homeowner made 6 payments to us of $750 a month. So we get $4,500. We're going to turn around and sell that note for $35,000. Again, we bought it for 20. We're going to sell it for 35. That's a $15,000 profit there. We got the $4,500 in 6 months. That's $19,500 will be our profit. Let me slow down. We're going to buy it for 20. We're going to sell for 35, which gives me 15,000 plus the 4,500. That's 19.5. So I got a 19.5 profit. But guess what? When I sell that for 35 grand, my buyer gets a 25% return. The landlord gets 12%. I can offer that landlord 25%. I can offer them $750 a month on their 35 grand, and that will give them 25%. So that's a win, 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 win for everybody. The bank gets rid of their bad asset. I come in and buy the note. I work out something that works good for the homeowner, in this situation, keeping them in the house. I make a profit, and then I still leave enough room in there for my end buyer. That's the beauty of the note business. That's how you talk numbers.
Now, did everybody catch that?
Again, you guys.
What Terry just did is he took a non-performing note, and after 6 months of payments, of receiving payments, made it a performing note, and now you can sell it for a much higher rate just because it's a performing note.
Now, Sil, again, I love cash flow. I would never sell this note. I would hold on to it because it's the golden goose. Think about it, you guys. $750 a month. What would that pay for you? Remember earlier I said, hey, I want someone to make my mortgage payment. Still, I'm going to ask your clients, your students, would 750 make someone's house payment on this line? Okay, maybe you need two of those. So do two of those, someone else makes your house payment. Now I know 750 will buy probably a Mercedes. I think you get a Jaguar. 750 a month to get you a luxury vehicle.
And all
See,
that from
so that's the
20,000.
way I look at it. And hey, Sil, the good thing of it is you do a few of these and you're all taken care of. So how much cash flow do you need a month? How much do you make at your job? Let's say you make 4,000, 5,000 a month. Okay, do 4, 5, 6 of these. That replaces your job income, or keep your job and do this income also. So this is the beauty of notes. Everybody should have in their portfolio rental properties, of course, being a landlord. I'm a landlord, not a landlord, but you should have some notes in there also. So this is a beautiful way to look at the business.